I think we got it.
All right.
Yeah, we got it. Hey, shout out to Ozzy, man, for sure, saving the stream. So, yeah, I appreciate that, Ozzy, for sure, for sure. All right, let's go over that one more time. So, the components that we kind of discussed earlier, or at least the components that I discussed with myself earlier, is first of all, developing a strong physique, which includes working out regularly. So, I recommend it 3 to 5 times a week and go to the gym. And if you don't know what you're doing in the gym, download an app on your phone that actually demonstrates specific workouts for you to do, because form matters and you don't want to injure yourself in the gym. Or you can invest in a personal trainer at your local gym. The next thing is eating well. So prioritize a high protein diet with lean meats, veggies, and then healthy fats as well. There are plenty of YouTubers out there that actually can give you this information. So my recommendation is this guy. Hold on, let me look him up real quick. It is, I'll pull it up behind the scenes for you guys. So there is this YouTuber. He's an actual doctor, and he's given me tons of information about nutrition and how to get lean. It is Dr. Mike Diamonds. So it's this guy here. So this YouTuber, Dr. Mike Diamonds, his YouTube is literally dedicated to helping people lose weight, get their nutrition on point, and showing you how to still keep your protein up, because a lot of us have very busy lifestyles, and he's a freaking doctor, and he's getting the adequate protein, the adequate diet overall. And he shows you, he goes step by step, and he has a whole bunch of videos about how to build a great physique and how to diet properly as well, and how to get lean. So I recommend you guys go ahead and look up Dr. Mike Diamonds, and he's helped me to a significant degree thus far. So the next thing that we discussed earlier was your hygiene. So mastering your hygiene. So shower daily, use deodorant, and keep your hair and nails groomed. So in specific countries, especially in certain Asian countries that are very homogenous, like Japan or China, they look at certain hairstyles that black men wear, such as dreads or braids. They may look at it like a delicacy, but they wouldn't necessarily want to take this person home to meet their parents. So just be cognizant of where you're traveling to and which hairstyle that you have if you want to be universally attractive to women abroad. And that hairstyle for a black man, at least I can speak for, is going to be like a cut like I have now, like a lower cut. And that's typically and universally typically accepted worldwide. Damn, oral care, guys. Brush your teeth. There's been a lot of times where I have actually met people out in public, and yeah, bro, yeah, Southeast Asia, like a Thailand or what have you, they love that. So that's Southeast Asia, but they have certain countries that aren't so keen to that type of hairstyle. But you do you can wear dreads and still get away with it if you want. But if you want to be universally attractive to women worldwide, you want to have the most universal look, and you want to be the best version of yourself as well. So guys, when it comes to your oral care with your mouth, you have to make sure that you brush your teeth, floss, and consider whitening strips. So I actually use whitening strips maybe like every 2, 3, 4 days, and this has helped me to a significant degree, along with regular dentist visits, right? Like a cleaning, right? A cleaning once a quarter is what I do. And it keeps my smile bright. It keeps everything clean. And the dentist can find anything that may pop up in the future that may be a problem. So, and a lot of people don't know a lot of the diseases, like cardiovascular disease, it actually starts in your mouth. that's one of the first telltale signs of cardiovascular disease is when you have something that's going wrong in your mouth. So people don't even know that. So do that. Um, some other tips too. I carry Listerine strips, and I take maybe like a half one if I'm about to go talk to a chick, or if I'm going out in public. I take a half a Listerine strip, because a full one, it just goes crazy. Like it's a little bit overwhelming for me, to be honest with you. But when you go to humid places, the Listerine strips will melt together. And don't ask me how I know, but I've actually substituted it for the spray. So the Listerine spray, you just spray once and you're good to go. That's good to carry when you are in very humid climates, and you should be good to go at that point in time. The next component of mastering your hygiene is your dress. So your dress should be sharp, right? So when you think about your outward appearance, the first thing that you think about is what you have on as far as clothing. So you don't have to dress in designer, bro. Like, you don't have to dress in Gucci or what have you. You can literally shop at Fashion Nova and spend maybe $100, and you have a nice lineup of outfits for your trip. So you could just dress clean, and make sure your clothes fit, bro. Like, that's it. Make sure your clothes fit and your pants aren't sagging, or you're not wearing super baggy clothing. Make sure the stuff fits properly. And that's gonna make your physique stand out as well when your clothes actually fit. And also, this is my favorite part, is cologne and fragrances. So you got to smell good. The ladies don't like a stinky smelling dude. So you want to look up colognes that work with your own body chemistry. And in order for you to do this, you got to try the stuff on, right? So my recommendation, go down to your local Macy's, Saks Fifth, one of your department stores that may be in a nearby mall, and they'll have like an entire section of fragrances. And you go over to one of the people to get help, and they'll give you fake designer. Hey, you can wear fake designer if you want to, man. I like me personally, in order to become universally attractive, I go with just a clean look, no logos, nothing. Because sometimes that designer stuff may actually throw people off in a particular third world country. They may be like, oh, there's no way that guy's wearing Gucci in DR. So be cognizant of where you're at. And yeah, that's really funny. But as far as jumping back to the colognes, when you actually want to get a fragrance that can work for you, get help from someone that works in the store, and you can get the testers and have them spray it either on a little white piece of paper. But I like to just get the tester and spray it on my skin, because the testing strip doesn't give you an accurate representation of what it's going to be like on your skin. So I spray once on my skin and I smell it. Smells good. I wave my arm, let it dry a little bit, and then I smell it again. If it smells good, we're buying that. But let me show you guys a resource really quickly. I actually started my collection buying from this website, and then I graduated to buying the actual fragrances. So they have certain scent houses that sell replicas of the official fragrances, and you guys can get these name brand fragrances for a fraction of the price of the real fragrance. So it is called Dossier. Let me see if I can make it a little bit more readable for you guys. So they have fragrances that Le Labo, Santal 33, Creed Aventus. This is probably a good blind buy, is the Creed Aventus, and it's only $30. It's only $30 for Creed Aventus. Dior Sauvage, this was another good one, $18, bro. Can't beat it. And those two are two of the best blind buys I can think of. And then we have, my favorite is, I personally like, ooh, they have the Louis Vuitton one. Okay, I got to try that. Because what I used to do, I bought the replica, and then I used the replica. If I liked it, boom, I'm going to buy the actual fragrance. And the YSL Y is another blind buy. So if you guys are in the market for like some new fragrances, go to dossier.co, and then you can look at these fragrances and decide from there if you want to cop the real one or just keep using the the replica replica stuff right here. So got that covered. And you got to make sure you smell good, guys, and don't overdo it. Typically, the best places to spray cologne: front, back, and I like to like lift my shirt and then spray under my shirt so it gets on my body and on my shirt at the same time. Because if you overspray a cologne, it's going to be horrible. So 3 sprays maximum, guys. And if it's a strong fragrance, like I know that it is, I forgot what it was called. I'm looking it up right now. It's shoot, what is it called? Damn, I can't even remember what it was. It's Baccarat Rouge. That fragrance, if you ever looked at that fragrance up, you only need to spray that fragrance once, bro. That Baccarat Rouge, one time, just once, and maybe like another time on your your arm, and then you tap the arm to spread it to the other arm, and that's all you need. Some fragrances are very strong, and you only need to spray it once. And let's see. I think I went over this on a previous live stream, guys, but you gotta make money and show that you're stable financially. Women don't want to date a broke man. If they wanted to date a broke man or a man with not a lot of money, they would date someone that's in their home country. So if they're dating a foreigner, they're going to look at you as a superior financially. So they're going to look at you to provide. When you go on these dates, they're going to look at you to pay, right? So you got to make sure you have the money to do so. So if you are a digital nomad, you're hopefully already working a remote job, or you're a freelancer with like jobs on Fiverr or Upwork. Just make sure that you have the financial confidence to go out there and attract the woman that is right for you. So you don't need to be rich, but just show that you can handle your own when it comes to the finances, right? And women love ambitious men. So you have to, on like the first or second dates with these women, you have to talk about your ambitions, talk about your goals, how you're going to achieve them, and a time frame of when you're going to achieve these goals and the progress. And women will notice this because they don't want to date a guy that's going nowhere in life, right? So you want to be universally attractive, and these are typically some of the biggest attraction triggers for females. So it's physique, looking good, smelling good, and also having the finances together. So the next component that we're going to talk about, I think I have a couple more, 3 more here, and then I have some honorable mentions as well. So the next one is having confidence and charisma. So it's not something that you can teach, bro. It's honestly, confidence is it just comes over time. So the way that I built my own confidence is going to the gym 3 to 5 times a week and just working on myself personally. And over time, going to the gym, being put under pressure by the weights and just overcoming all of that stuff, my physique looking better. Over time, your confidence grows. You're like, yo, I got this. I know I look good. I can go out there and get whoever I desire. And that confidence just comes with time and working on yourself and practicing the things that we're talking about right now. So you have to first be bold, approach women respectfully, but without hesitation. So you, especially overseas, you may run into someone that may not speak your language. However, you can overcome that if you've done all of the previous work. You look good, you smell good, and you can handle your finances. You can use Google Translate, or if it's an easier language to learn, like Spanish, you can pick up Spanish over time and become fluent pretty quickly. And the same with Portuguese. So if you do happen to plan to date someone that doesn't speak English, be prepared to learn the language and become fluent after a specific period of time. Because I promise you, they're not going to try to learn English at all. I promise you that. Been through it a couple times. So use Google Translate. Doesn't matter if they speak English or not. If they do speak English, it's a plus. And don't be afraid to cold approach. Cold approach is probably the most effective way to meet women, especially in Latin America and even in Southeast Asia, because everyone can go on a dating app and just swipe right, right? But it takes a whole different level of confidence to cold approach a woman, go up to her, ask her what her name is, and find out more about her. And when you meet them in person, get the Instagram, get the phone number, and then once the Instagram checks out, guys, and you know that she doesn't have like a link tree in her bio, she's not posting provocative pictures on Instagram, she doesn't have a big follow count, or she's not following a whole bunch of people. After she passes that test, that's when you can reach out to her to set up a date. Okay? Of course, be funny. Be funny. That's pretty simple. Some guys just aren't funny, but there are some witty jokes that you can mention during the date. So be sure that you can have that sense of humor. Just don't overdo it. And the next part is understanding cultural nuances. So research matters. So if you go into an Asian country, know what works there, know what doesn't work there. Because if you do a certain action or you talk about a specific topic, it may be kind of off limits in their culture. So be aware of that. And also respect boundaries of the woman that you're taking out on a date or the woman that you're speaking to. And a lot of the cultures nowadays, they value modesty. So adjust your approach to be a little bit more modest, okay? And damn, this is a good one too. Be worldly. Share stories about your travels and experiences so you can stand out from the next guy. Because believe it or not, guys, women look for the biggest and best deal that they can get. And if you're that biggest and better deal, she's going to love you for that. So you have to ensure that you stand out from the crowd, and typically being more worldly and letting them know like your experiences about traveling and where you've been, that's going to stick out in their mind, right? And the last one here that we're going to discuss is just being authentic and self-aware. So the reason I have this on the list is that I did watch the Passport Bros documentary, and there was a part in the documentary where the dating coach, the majority of dating coaches are kind of cap, but the dating coach that they had on that documentary was in Colombia, in Medellin, and I was appalled, bro. I saw the dating coach take one of his students out in the wild trying to cold approach women. And the method was just to have the dating coach on an earpiece on a phone call feeding the women lines, bro, in Spanish. I was like, what is that? I was like, bruh, that's not how you do it. That's not natural. So the things that we're talking about here is how you obtain that same result, and it's natural. So you keep them, because I promise you, if you feed women lines, whether it's in Spanish or English, that's not the real authentic you. That is someone else speaking through you. And it's crazy. If y'all have seen the Passport Bros documentary, you watch it and you're like, there's no way this guy is getting any of those girls, even short term, bro, let alone long term. And we go for the long term here, in my opinion. But you can use this information as you please. I'm not saying you can't use it for short term, but this is mainly aimed towards like having a long-term relationship with someone abroad. Okay. So being authentic and self-aware, know your strengths, right? So play to what makes you unique. Okay. So if you're if you're a comedian, or if you're a baseball player, or what have you, whatever you do for a living, make it very unique, and just don't be a pickup artist, bro. Just don't do that. That's crazy. Um, and don't be arrogant. Don't just like walk around like, hey, I'm American. Here's my passport. You want a green card? You want to get married to me? Well, you have to do what I say. No, bro. That's not how things work. You really have to be your natural self and be an actual human being, right? Um, let's see. I think that covered all of the topics that I had here, because I kind of spit this stuff off the top of the dome. I just have like a list of bullets I need to hit on the live stream. I have some honorable mentions that may be extremely important for you guys to really hone in on. Wow, yeah, these are good. Okay, one of the biggest things that I have experienced personally, and I've heard from others in the travel space, is having social proof and networking. This pays dividends, right? Because you have to think on the woman's side. You're a complete stranger to this woman. However, if you show some type of social proof, you take her out on a first date, and you're traveling abroad, but you've done the work, and you have visited like your favorite cafe or your favorite bar or what have you, and you know the staff by first name basis. They know you. They know exactly what drink you want. You take this girl to that place, and they're like, "Oh, it's Jay. I already got I got your usual right here. And what is your date having?" And that experience right off the bat is gonna stick out in that girl's mind. Like, wow, they know this guy. Who is this guy? I've actually had a girl tell me on a date while I was doing this, like, who is this? Like, who are you? I'm like, bro, I'm an absolute nobody. I'm an absolute nobody. But just having that social proof, guys, it is a huge component it plays a huge part into your level of attractiveness to a woman, and that's universal. You could literally be in Egypt, you can be in the Philippines, Thailand. If they know you and you take a girl there and they're like, "Hey, we got your usual on point." "Oh, thanks, Sam. Thanks, Fred. Thanks for making my usual. How is your life going?" You can build that conversation, and that's all about building relationships with people as well. That's huge. And let's see. Oh, bro. Guys, your nonverbal communication, super important. Women pay attention. They're more socially inept. Sorry, they're more socially aware than any guy ever. And women can read body language extremely well. So you have to be sure that you're not creepy, right, on the first date. And you have to have that confidence without being too cocky, and smile a lot. So I can remember, like, I just did it like a job interview, maybe like last week. And one of my triggers is to just smile a lot during a job interview. And I kind of like let that blend over into a date as well, because typically when you smile a lot more, that typically generates positive vibes, good vibes to the woman. And don't cross your arms when you speak, right? Keep an open body language. And like, I like to talk with my hands as well. And that typically makes people think that you're being very genuine when you speak with your hands like this, but not like that, guys. Don't talk like that. But when you speak with your hands, it just shows that you're very genuine. And when you give this to a woman on a first date, she's like, wow, he's very genuine. He's smiling. His teeth are great. His teeth are white, clean. and that all plays into a part of your hygiene as well. So this whole stream, it all comes full circle. I promise you. Let's see. Let me see. I think that's honestly it, man. That's honestly it. It's very short, simple of a list here, but if you guys use this effectively, either when you're at home or when you're abroad, you can become universally attractive to the majority of women worldwide. And you don't have to be over 6 feet tall. You don't have to you don't have to make six figures. And you probably do have to have a six pack, though. I'm not gonna lie. You got to be in shape. But that's just those are just a few of the components that will make you universally attractive to women, and always self-improve. And a bonus tip for you guys, something that I'm going through right now is going through a phase of a monk mode. And I'm going to show you guys what monk mode is. So monk mode refers to a period of intense focus and discipline where you dedicate yourself to a single task by eliminating distractions and external obligations to achieve a specific goal. I'm on monk mode right now, like right now. And the things that I'm trying to focus on is, of course, this YouTube channel. But then again, like also keeping myself in shape, going to the gym. And I've been working out 7 days for the past like 2.5 months. Every single day I work out. And I'm on the treadmill Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's working. Monk mode works. And if this background wasn't so blurry, I'm actually sitting right in front of my gym and my treadmill. And let me see if I can show you guys really quick. So yeah, so you guys see like this thing here, that's my gym. So that is the Speediance Gym Monster, and you can have 220 pounds of resistance, and you can do 200 plus workouts with this thing. And they have programs you can follow that demonstrate how to do certain workouts, and it's 30 to 40 minutes a day on the Gym Monster here by Speediance. And then over this shoulder is my treadmill, and that thing comes down. I get on the treadmill, 30 minutes is about 1.5 miles. I do a high incline, I think like 6 or 7 of an incline, and I do 3 or 4 miles an hour, and I do that for 30 minutes. And that is my workout plan during my monk mode. But once I get out of monk mode, Ozzy, I'm gonna answer that in a second. But once I'm out of monk mode, I'm going to just be working out 3 to 5 times a week. I'm not going to do 7. That's kind of insane to keep that momentum going into perpetuity. But let's go over the chat from Ozzy, and this is a very good question as well. Does monk mode mean no dating? Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, so during monk mode, bro, you will have to cut out a lot of stuff. You're gonna have to tell people, no, I can't hang out. You're gonna have to tell your friends, nah, I can't do that. I can't go to these events. You're gonna have to not meet women. You're gonna have to not be on your phone often. You're not gonna have that much time to do all of the other distractions that you are used to. So no alcohol, no drugs, no going out. You can do that for like 3 months. I'm doing it for 3 months. So my monk mode is over in right around my birthday, the second week of April. So that's coming up. That'll be my 3 months. And I'm literally going to be in the best physical shape of my life because of this monk mode. And once I get out there in the field again, when I start dating again, I'm literally going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to be having the best physique, the most money I've ever made. And I have the utmost confidence because I have all of those things that we just talked about during the live stream. And you can hone that stuff in and master it in your monk mode. So yeah, you got to cut out a lot of stuff, bro. But I promise you, once you start to get in the groove of your monk mode, you're going to be like, yo, I can do this. Because the first 30 days, I was like, man, this is crazy difficult. Every day I got to work out. I can't go out no more. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. But I promise you, once you get through your monk mode, the women will be there. The travel will be there. All that stuff is still going to be there. So become the best version of yourself so you do not have to deal with the tomfoolery that's out here. Because I promise you that tomfoolery we see on like Pop the Balloon or all these other dating shows, it's not just here in the US or in the West, it's worldwide. But when you make money, you have like a certain physique and you keep everything on point, you can just not deal with it. You can pick the best woman for you and you can just pluck her out of obscurity and you can make her your girl, your wife, or what have you. And that all came from the things that you learned during your monk mode. And everybody does it, bro. Everybody does monk mode. And once they emerge from their monk mode, they're a brand new human being. And I promise you it's worth it, man. I can't wait to be done, man. I am exhausted from my monk mode, but it is paying dividends. My physique has never been better. I haven't been this consistent on YouTube for a long time, but I plan to keep that consistency going as well. But overall, just being the best version of yourself and having a universal look. I like to say universal look about yourself, whether it's being in great shape, being more masculine, and making more money, and all that stuff that we talked about. Making sure your teeth is clean. Oh, man. Oh, God. Make sure your teeth are clean, guys. It seems so simple, but a lot of guys miss out on one of those components that we just spoke about, if not all of them. And they wonder why they're not attracting women when they're abroad, unless they pay in, right? Unless dudes are paying now. Dudes pay for play. And I mean, every guy either thinks about doing pay for play or they do it. But the things that we spoke about on this live stream, that can get you a woman that actually is worth a damn, right? Because if you're paying, you don't want that woman long term, bro, obviously. But if you want someone long term, you got to work on yourself first. And it's not only going to be an improvement for yourself, but bro, if you're in great shape, you can literally do a whole lot more than just go out there and get women. You could, go crazy. Sounds like you got a couple of stories about bro. Yes, bro. When I meet certain people, I'm like, the first thing that I look at, just subconsciously, I look at their teeth. I'm like, oh, this dude got a effed up grill.
Damn.
And I'm like, yo, your teeth are effed up, bro. Like, dentists exist. Like, not to harp, like, rag on anybody in specifically, but I have seen guys that have literal plaque in the middle of their teeth, and it's all across their teeth is plaque, and their teeth are yellow. I'm like, bro, first of all, toothbrushes have been invented, toothpaste, water picks, and whitening strips. All of this stuff exists. Get it together. And that's honestly one of the components of me making this live stream, because I'm like, yo, this guy is older than me. He's in his like late 30s and he's walking around Mexico. Oh shit. I kind of gave it away. He's walking around Mexico and this dude got yellow teeth, making the rest of us look bad. And I'm like, yo, dental work in Mexico is so cheap. You can go see a dentist for like $30 with no insurance and get a deep cleaning. Like, go get that shit done, bro. Go get it done. Let me see what. I don't have anything else to say, man. I think we straight from here on out, man. Just guys, work on yourselves. Don't pay for play, and don't make it a habit. You can do it here and there, of course, when you have a dry spell, but don't make it a habit, bro. Just go out there and get women naturally, and you're gonna have a better time wherever you're traveling to, right? Even if it's not a long-term thing, you can still keep that person as a friend long-term, right? And when you come back to that country, you may meet your wife through that person. You never know. Exactly, man. Okay. Let's see anything else I have on this list here. I needed to go into detail. Should I, since I harped on the oral health, the oral health of your mouth so bad, I'm just gonna show you guys the products that I use personally to keep my teeth white and clean on a daily basis. It's not gonna take too long. Let me see. That, okay, got that. Okay, that and an electric toothbrush. So I have three things that I use on a daily basis. Got that, and of course, mouthwash. Okay, let me switch the screen real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna just go over the mouthwash that I use. This is actually recommended by my dentist, like personally, and it's the TheraBreath. I use the fresh mint one here. It's $15 for two. The best thing you guys are ever. Damn, I can't say that because I'm gonna have to say pause right after. This is the best thing that your mouth will feel. Pause. Yeah. This is the one to get, guys. This TheraBreath, and then I have a water pick from, of course, a water flosser by Water Pick, and I use this before I brush my teeth, and then I use actual floss to floss my teeth, and then I brush my teeth with this, the electric toothbrush. This one here, damn, I caught mine on sale, so I paid like $60 for mine, but regular price is $100. This is one of the best toothbrushes I've ever used. And after you brush your teeth, you gotta clean that tongue. Pause. I use the tongue cleaner right after I brush my teeth, and then I rinse with mouthwash again. Right? So I rinse with mouthwash to begin. Right? Mouthwash first, water pick next, or I even put some mouthwash in the water pick, in the water part right there. And I use the water pick with the mouthwash, and then I brush, tongue cleaner, and then rinse again. That's my routine for keeping my teeth clean and my breath smelling fresh. A lot of guys don't know that. They'll think to use the water pick and floss after they brush their teeth, but they're supposed to use it before. I heard this from an actual dentist, an actual doctor that went to school for dentistry. So I'm going to listen to that person rather than what I actually grew up with, right? So I changed my entire routine, and this is going to help you guys out a lot. And no P for P. Yeah, never, man. You can do it. Like I said, you can be curious about it and do it like once, twice, if you're having like a dry spell while you're abroad. But if you did all of the work in that list we just talked about, and you have the physique, you have the confidence, you have the finances together, you have your hygiene together, you have all those components, you won't need to P for P. You won't need to pay. They'll be throwing it at you for free. They'll be throwing it at you for free. They'll be throwing it at you for free, bro. And it's probably going to be better quality too. And you'll have the option to keep it long term too. So do the work, guys. I know. As a human, we take the easy road. We take the path of least resistance when it comes to doing anything with any difficulty. We take the easy way out. But when it comes to dating and when it comes to dating and just dealing with women in general, it's a huge headache. But if you do all of the pre-work, you could alleviate, if not eliminate, the headache because you've done all the work to become the best version of yourself and the best person in the dating market. There will be nobody better than you if you can master that stuff we talked about. Promise you. That woman will circle the block and come back for you because she's going to get out there in the dating game after she's dated you and is going to be like, oh, this is trash out here. And then she's going to circle the block and come right back to you. But you got to do the work. You got to do the work and you got to become the best version of yourself, man. That's the only way. There's no easy way around dealing with women. You have to be the best version of yourself. You have to be her best option. Simple. You gotta be the best. That's it. Let's see. Any last minute questions, guys, we got here? Like you can ask me like a personal question about like my own routine, like my skin routine. I can go over the products that I use. Because I do have a daily routine for my skin and my teeth, and they've been paying dividends, man. And this is not a filter. Like my skin is actually this clear. It's actually this clear. Like this is not a filter at all. So let me know if you want me to go over my skin routine. And I'll hang out for like another minute here or so. But just in case y'all want to know about the skin, man, let me see. So I use this, and I'm gonna switch the screen in a second so you guys can see it. I'm giving you guys some sauce, man. And this stuff here, as far as the skin goes, I actually got this from one of my exes that was like super into skincare, and I just stole her routine, and it worked. Ozzy wants to know. So about to show you, and let's see. Cool. So we got it here. So the first product, and let me pull up one last one, guys. So my apologies for the wait. And shoot, I'm trying to think of the other one that I use. It's in my shower. Facial. Yes. Man, thank goodness for Amazon, bro. Because they be remembering what you've ordered in the past. Okay. So this is first. So I use this first in the shower. So this product here is when I take a super hot shower, it will open up your pores. And while you're still in the shower, while the water's still running, what I do 1 to 2 pumps of this here. It's a hydrating gentle cleanser by La Roche-Posay. I think that's how you pronounce it. But this exact one here, I keep the water hot in the shower, and I just do circles around my face with this, and then I clean it off or wash it off with the water in the shower, of course. And then when I get out of the shower, my pores should still be open momentarily. And then that's when I hit them with this. I hit them with not the rose petal, Jay. I have a different. So I use the Thayer's hydrating facial toner. So this stuff is beautiful. So you could use this as soon as you get out of the shower. So what I do, I open this bad boy up and I put a few drips of that on these exfoliating rounds. And you want to pay money and get the brand name Swispers premium exfoliating rounds. Don't get the cheap stuff, because I got the cheap stuff one time and the whole cotton thing just like broke apart and it was all over my beard and stuff. I'm like, I don't want cotton on my beard, bro. So you got to pay for the premium brand when it comes to this. And this is it. That's what I do for my skin. And I showed you guys also my my teeth and cleaning my teeth on that routine as well. So this is how you keep your skin on point, and using all those products for your teeth keeps your teeth on point as well. But this is the easy part. Getting your skin together is the easy part. And the best part about it is you'll have clear skin, and literally women will come up to you like, yo, how is your skin so clear? I've gotten this compliment all the time when I go to work in the office. They're like, Jay, how is your skin so clear? And I'm like, bro, all I do is drink a shit ton of water, right? I don't drink soda. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink anything but coffee, tea, and water. And then I use that skin regimen that I just showed you guys. And that's the secret to keeping your skin clear. No soda, no beer, nothing. You can have it every now and then. Like I have wine here and there, maybe like 1 or 2 glasses. But beyond that, you won't catch me consuming none of that garbage, because it impacts your skin, right? So honestly, that's it, man. Keep your hygiene on point. Keep your physique on point. Keep your money on point, guys. Get your confidence on point. You can do this. You can become the best version of yourself right now. You can start. And this year can be your year where you're in the best shape of your life. You made the most money you've ever made in your life. You're looking the best that you can. And it can all start today. Why not? Why not start? The best version of yourself is just waiting on the other end. So I think that's a good point to kind of end it, man. Unless you guys have any other questions, suggestions, or anything here. I guess I'll end the stream. We've been on for an hour. Hopefully we were on with sound. Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-upload the live because I have it recorded, so you guys will still be able to get the audio with it, or I may trim it and cut it. But that's it, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I love talking about topics that are in my wheelhouse, and I can actually speak from the top of my head about certain topics, and this is one of them. Because I traveled quite a bit before my monk mode started, and I was already naturally doing a lot of these things, and Cat was just being thrown at me for free. I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's how it is. But yeah, there's some stuff, I choose not to put on my YouTube channel. I like to keep it positive, family focused. This is a family channel, right? But that's gonna be it, guys. My name is Jay. You've been tripping with Jay. Ozzy, thank you, bro. I do it for y'all, man. It took me years to learn this stuff, but you guys get to learn it in an hour live stream. So this is for y'all, man. This is for that one person that gets help from this live stream. This is for you. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, guys. Make sure you like the video, and I'll see you on Saturday for another live stream. And my name is Jay. You've been tripping with Jay.